So when you get started, you'll actually have the choice of choosing between 3 different robots that will trade the Forex markets for you. We have the Smart Bot, which is $20, the Brilliant Bot, which is $40, and the Genius Bot, which is $99. Now, I do want to clarify that this is just a one-time payment. There's no monthly membership fee or any recurrent fees whatsoever. It's just a one-time payment. You have lifetime access to the robot. You make your deposit and the system will trade for you. Now, there are some major differences between these bots, which I do just want to quickly go over. You'll notice that the Smart Bot, being $20, only delivers about 10 to 15% per month, okay? Then we have the Brilliant Bot that delivers up to 30, and the Genius Bot, which is up to 45% per month. This is why we call it the no-brainer bot, because this is the one that everyone goes for, right? And the way that I think of it is this: if you're going to have access to a system that's going to trade for you, why not choose the option that can yield the best results? Now, each robot only requires a minimum deposit of $100, but you'll notice that the Smart Bot only has a maximum deposit of $300. Brilliant Bot only has a maximum deposit of $1,000, but the Genius Bot, with a minimum deposit requirement of only $100, there is no maximum for your deposit. We have many members in this community who deposit anywhere from a few $100s to a few $1,000, and we even have members in here who have deposited more than 6 figures into this system. But again, guys, that is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to go cash in all of your savings into this system. Obviously, only deposit what you can afford. But of course, when we're talking about maximum profit return, the Genius Bot is the best bot to go with. Now, one of the main things that I love about the system is the fact that it is so simple and easy to use. Its simplicity is what makes this program so appealing, even for beginner traders. So even if you're someone who has never traded before, the great thing is that it doesn't require any type of technical analysis whatsoever. So in other words, you don't have to come into your computer looking at charts and, analyzing the markets or anything like that, because the system trades for you on your behalf. And in addition to that, there are no buttons that you need to turn on or off for the system to trade for you, because again, it is all automated. But the beauty of this is that even though the system provides full automation, you are still in control over your capital, the ability to withdraw your profits every week, or you can compound your profits each week for further profit growth down the line. Now, for those of you who don't fully understand the concept of compounded profits, I'm going to play with you a 60-second clip, and I got to give credit to this channel. This is a channel called Be Inspired. They talk a lot about finances and inspiration. So take a look and you'll understand why compounding is so powerful, and then we'll come back, give you some examples of potential profits, and then we'll go over my own results. So take a look.
Albert Einstein said, "Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. Those who understand it, earn it. Those who don't, pay." Compounding means you get interest on your initial investment and the interest that keeps getting added to it. Basically, it means taking your earnings and reinvesting them back into the asset to generate higher returns. If, for example, you invested $1 in Amazon and got $2 in return, you would reinvest those $2 back in Amazon to get $4. You would reinvest the $4 again to make $8. Instead of spending your returns, you put them back into the asset to make you more money. There is an advantage to getting in early and sticking around for a long time. If you are thinking of investing, you should start now. Whether you go in with $100 or $100,000, invest it and stay invested. Give it enough time. It's a simple premise, but so many new and seasoned investors fail to follow this advice because they get greedy. Compounding only works if you give an asset years and years to grow. It makes you financially unbreakable, and more importantly, it provides you with the safety and security you need to be independent. The highest form of wealth is the ability to wake up every morning and say, "I can do whatever I want today." Financial freedom gives you back control over your own life. So even if money can't buy you happiness, it can certainly buy you the freedom to go ahead and do what makes you happy.
All right, so now that you have an understanding as to what compounding is all about, I want to give you some examples as to the potential earnings that you can make with this system depending on the amount of money that you put in. What we're using here is a tool. It's a public tool that anyone can use. It's called the calculatorsite.com. And what I want to do is actually start with a small amount. Let's actually start with $100 because that is the minimum deposit required to activate the robot. And again, assuming that you're going to choose the best robot, which is the Genius Bot, which delivers up to 45% a month, that's an average of around 7% a week. Okay, now granted, how many of you who are trading or have tried trading before are making 7% a week, which is an average of 1% a day? Chances are not a lot of you, so this is why the system is extremely powerful. But let's lowball it for a moment, and let's say we make 6%, and we'll say that we do this weekly, and we do this for 1 year. All right. And again, guys, we have the ability to compound our profits each and every single week. So we'll do compounding for a week on a weekly basis. And then we'll calculate. And what this will do is give you a rough estimate, and it'll give you a breakdown on how your account will grow depending on the amount that you selected. So our $100 account in 1 year can turn into over 2,000. Now, although that seems great, right? We're talking about a hands-free trading system. Honestly, I don't know about you, but I don't want to wait a whole year just to make $2,000. So let's take it up a notch. Again, you can choose any amount that you want to invest. So what if we take this up a notch, and let's say we invested $1,000, lowballing it at 6% a week for 1 year, compounding our profits each and every single week. Our $1,000 deposit could look something like this. Now we're talking about part-time income, working a regular job. Okay, and again, it gives you the breakdown. But let's take it up a notch. Instead of 1,000. What if we take this up to, 5,000? Our $5,000 deposit could turn into something like this. And now we're heading into some life-changing territory here. And again, guys, we have a lot of members that are coming in. They put in a few hundred, they put in a few thousand. If you want to take this even further, if we put in $10,000 into the system, 6% a week for 1 year, compounding each week, could look something like this. So again, guys, the choice is yours. I'm not telling you to put in your entire life savings. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm just giving you a rough estimate as to the possibilities of what you can do when you compound with this program. But obviously, always invest what you can afford. So now let's talk about personal results and the overall performance of the system through myFXBook. So when you sign up in the system, you're going to have access to your own back office. And from here, when you go to the subscription tab, you'll be able to choose the Smart Bot, Genius Bot, or the Brilliant Bot. And again, the Genius Bot being the best one because it gives you the largest ROI of up to 45% a month. You'll also notice here, guys, some numbers. We have of the Smart Bot, only 671 people have bought in the Smart Bot. Only 1,200 people have purchased the Brilliant Bot, and almost 100,000 people have purchased the Genius Bot. Why? Because it's the best bot, only $100, and it gives you the largest ROI. But what you can do here is within each section, you can click on the myFXBook tab to take a look at their overall performance. So let's take a look here. It'll redirect you to myFXBook, and from here, guys, you can see the overall performance of the bot that you selected. We're looking at the Genius Bot. You'll notice here for the gains is generated over 426%. Like I said, guys, a daily average of around 1% a day, which again, how many of you who have traded on your own are making consistently 1% a day? 1% doesn't sound like a lot of money, but when it adds up over time, it is not something to underestimate. Monthly average 33%. Again, it's a little bit more than that, and I'll show you in a few moments. But here's the best part, guys, is that with the system, the drawdown, the maximum drawdown this system has done is less than 1%, 0.95%, which is absolutely amazing. We can see the chart here, the overall performance of the Genius Bot since it first started. All right, and then we can see some other information here for the day, the week, the month, the year. You can see about their trades. It's done over 353 trades with a 92 to 96% win rate. But another thing I do want to share with you is the duration. Okay, the duration is in reference to how long are the trades that the system executes. Now, for the most part, the robot targets microtransactions. In other words, it targets short-term scalping trades. And the reason why they do this is to limit as much exposure possible in the markets, because as you know, guys, the longer that your trade is exposed in the markets, the higher your risk grows. All right, so you can see that for the most part, a lot of the trades only last about a few minutes. And again, we're going to share with you my results, which we can verify on MetaTrader. And if we scroll down below, you can see the overall history of the performance for the month of January. As of now, guys, we're on the 28th of January, and we've already generated over 32.9%. If we go to 2021, the first month generated about 8%, second month was about 18%, and then once the company introduced the Genius Bot, you can see that from October and beyond, it generated 44%, 51%, 41%, and again, for the month of January, right now on the 28th, we are at 32% profit growth. So if you like what you see so far, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button. But now what I want to do is share with you my results. And the cool thing about this is that you can also verify all of your daily trades through the MetaTrader platform. So you can do this on a desktop, which I'm going to pull up here right now. All right. And I want to show you here that this is a live account. Okay. There are no demo accounts, only live accounts. And you can see here, guys, that I made my first deposit here of $2,100 on the 23rd of December, which is only a couple of days before Christmas. Now, I want to be honest with you guys that, before I made the decision of depositing money into the system, I was actually following the community for a couple of months, and it was just because I was skeptical. So I just wanted to see, what was going on with the community. And after seeing the amount of positivity of people being excited, the daily profits that they were earning, the ability to withdraw and compound, I was like, you know what, I need to jump in. So that's exactly what I did. I made my first deposit of $2,100, and after a couple of weeks, I decided, you know what, this system's amazing. I'm going to put in a little bit more, and that's what I did. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the results are extremely consistent and profitable. You can see we did a few withdrawals here and there, but overall, my goal, as we explained before, is I'm going to use the system to compound my profits, and that is exactly what I'm doing. So we can see that up to date, these are my trades for today that the system has already initiated. Again, we're on the 28th of January 2022, and you can also keep track of MetaTrader on your mobile device as well as on your computer. So you can always keep track of the trades and what the system is doing for you. And you can see that this information matches what we're showing you on the computer here as well. So if you like what you see here, ladies and gentlemen, consider liking the video, as we appreciate and love your support. And of course, subscribe and turn on notifications, because